think about you when I'm making a mistake.
Welcome back to my shop. Today we have something quite different and quite special for me. I have this package here that just arrived with the courier, and what we have here is, in fact, let me make sure that we're in focus. This is supposed to be a computer controlled laser engraving printer, a small one, not a large one, but a small one. So without further ado, I think it's just about the right time to open this up and see what's inside and how we make it work. Okay, so the carton opened, and inside there's a polyester box. Very environment friendly. I'm just going to reuse this, by the way. I'm not gonna toss it away. Okay, so inside the box, some packing material, some printed instruction, which seems to be a single one-sided A4 page. So the package includes, apart from the ridiculous instructions, something that looks like a cable. So we have two USB cables. One is a normal USB cable, and the other one is a USB to mini USB. Okay, as you can see, and we have a charger or a power supply. Okay, I think it needs power from the electricity, and obviously it would need a data connection to the computer. Okay, so that's the cables. It comes with protective glasses, the cheapest of the cheapest, plastic all around. Everything looks green and hued with it. This is just fine. Okay, we'll save the small bag. And the printer itself, which I can see comes pre-assembled, which is a plus and a small Allen key and more packing material. There is one thing here, there's a memory card, 1 GB memory card. That's interesting. I wouldn't know what this needs a memory card for, but maybe it's a gift. A 1 GB memory card. Okay, let's get the packing out of the way. I like the styrofoam box. It's gonna be really good for transporting beers to my favorite picnic site near the river, near the lake that we have near my house. Cables and power supply. I can now see that this is an American plug. This is a European site that I bought this from, and it comes with an American plug, but it is a 240, so I just need a small adapter so I could plug this in, which I have somewhere. I'm gonna have to find it. It looks like there's a small carving here on the paper that protects the tray. I can only assume that it was done as part of the quality control process. I will show it to you in a second. Once I get this tape off. Oh, isn't that nice? Whoop. There we go. This is the laser module. This is the tray. The laser module moves left and right, while the tray moves forward and backwards. So we get X and Y. Okay, so after playing around a little bit with the printer and the software, I found out that the software I downloaded was the wrong software for this specific model. And I also found in the end that the little SD memory card that was sent with the printer actually contained the latest drivers and the software for the printer. So obviously I would recommend next time to check all the things and all the details that are in the package and know what they are. So as you can see, I've already set up this thing to carve my logo on this little blank, this little pen blank. This is a mulberry pen blank, and it is about 2 centimeters tall, which is more or less the maximum height of object that this printer supports. Okay, so this is the software. I'm sorry for the distorted image, but I do need a place to sit in front of the screen. But it's quite simple actually. What I need to do is import my picture just by dragging it to the window, and I'll take a PNG that I've prepared with my logo on it, and as you can see, it imported the image to the preview window. Now this is too big for my small blank, so I will zoom out and make it a little bit smaller. I think that should be enough. And then to start the process, I'll simply send the image to the machine. It will take a second. As you can see, it says erasing last image and sending new image. It will take a couple of seconds for it to send the information, but the machine will actually tell me when it's ready, and I can see already that it's too large. I'm going to zoom out a little bit more and send it again. And I'll show you in a little bit also how he tells me that how I can see that it is too large, the image that I've sent. Okay, so now actually I'm already ready to begin printing, but I wanted to show you a little bit more. I'm going to show you what happens when I'm doing a carving preview, what happens when I'm doing the up, down, left and right, which is obviously to center the beam to wherever I want, so I wouldn't have to move the object to get fine tuning. I can clear the image, reload the image, zoom out the image, rotate the image, and of course I can change the speed in which the machine prints, but obviously faster printing means less accurate carving job. So let's move for a second to the printer itself and we'll see what that says. So as you can see now, this is the printer. This is my pen blank, and using the carving preview, he will show me using the laser the area where my image is going to be positioned, like so. And that way I can see that I'm centered and I'm all over the blank. And I can stop it and bring it back to the center. Now if that wasn't centered and I didn't want to play around with the blank, I could use the arrows or clicking on the screen to step the beam a little bit to a different position. And then once I'm happy with the position, I'll do a carving preview to make sure that I'm centered. And that looks pretty good. So I can stop it. And whenever I'm ready, I can start the printing.
Sometimes you just gotta step back and step aside for a little while till it's time to let the old slide. Stood up, shut up, oh no, not one more time. Here we go, the old routine, getting drunk or getting mean. Stood up, shut up, oh no, not this time. Days go by and I hear silence and static, and another reason why. Oh no, not again this time. Oh dear, you thought you said we'd make up for it in bed. Oh no.
So here we have a couple of examples of things I've burned, and as you can see, or carved actually. So there are these two pen blanks and some pieces of paper and also a piece of plywood. And this, as you can see, my son has already taken the liberty to paint, but I would like to show you a little bit of the resolution that can be had with this. I'm trying to focus. As you can see, the small black dots in the spaces of this salamander And let me show you this little piece of art on a paper and a couple of logos that I've tried. This is actually more than I expected from this little printer. So a final recap. What we have here is the NEJE eye-powered 500 milliwatts do-it-yourself laser box, which I've ordered off Deal Extreme, their European site, but they do have the worldwide site. And I have to say that I'm very happy with the performance of this printer. After doing things right and not the way I thought they should be, it was also very easy to connect and to use. Everything worked out just fine, right out of the box, in fact, which also caught me by surprise. And I would recommend this to anyone who's interested in doing a little bit of laser carving on different materials. Just to clarify, before I sign off for today, Deal Extreme, or the producer of this printer, which I wouldn't be able to tell you who it is exactly at the moment, but none of them have given me or paid me or sponsored me in any way. This little review was completely my idea, so I want to thank you for joining me in my shop for this little review, and I hope to see you back in my shop creating new things very soon.
Sometimes you just gotta step back and step aside for a little while till it's time to let the old slide. Stood up, shut up, oh no, not one more time. Here we go, the old routine, getting drunk again.